What you doing this weekend? Got time to talk? I'm John Zidar. This is On Top and Hot, and this is the weekend of February 7th. Now, if you know me, you know what I like to do. I like to share hot penny stocks with you. But on the weekends, I like to do something different. I like to share my own personal trading insights with you. Information I think can help you through the trading day, getting the most out of those trades. And today, I want to talk to you about the price. You're thinking to yourself, John, how much is there to say about the price? Actually, a lot more than you would think. So we are over here at my free trading platform, Think or Swim. You get this from Schwab. And this is interesting. I needed to share information with you that you see during the trading day, when the market's open. I can't share the information during the weekend because it's not up. The market's closed. So thank God I accumulated enough information over the last couple of years that I actually had a video showing all of the information that I need to share with you. So it really isn't about the ticker. It isn't about how old the chart is. As long as we can see what we need to see and I can share with you what I want to share with you, we're doing good. So we are looking at ticker HCWB, if it matters. This comes from November 18th of last year. So as I said, we are going to be talking about the price. Now you are quite familiar with where the price is. Right up here, next to it, you have your ask and your bid and your percentage gains. This is what they call level one. This is current price information that we use all the time. And I'm going to come back to this in a minute. We're also going to take a look at level two. Level two is the order book. This is where orders are queuing up that haven't happened yet. Buyers who want to buy, sellers who want to sell, at what prices and how many. Then you have the timestamp. The timestamp is the digital ticker tape of now. You want to see what just got traded? This is it. Every single trade is posted over here as soon as it happens. So let's take a look at level one. You're real familiar with level one. This is what you use every day. You've got your current price, which is actually historical information, right? It's already happened. Then you have your ask and your bid over here. Your bid is your selling price. That is the best price you can get to sell. And your ask is the buy price. That's the best price you're going to get to buy at. We like to see these two very close. When they're close, it means there's normally liquidity, meaning shares are moving. You got buyers, you got sellers on both sides, and the activity is happening, and the price is real close. When the shares start slowing down and the volume isn't happening, you start seeing a spread. The ask and the bid get further and further apart from each other. This is caused because people start trying to get the best price they can and they're waiting for that deal. And you see the board just lock up until volume starts coming in, and then it starts to close up, and then you start getting that volatility on the board. Over here, you've got your percentage gains. No need to explain that. So this is what we're all familiar with. I really didn't even need to explain most of that, did I? So let's take a look at level two. Level two is very interesting. These are orders queuing up. This is market sentiment that you get to see ahead of time. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this isn't something you can count on 100%. It's just giving you a hint of what's going on, but you can get a lot of information from it. Over here, you have your buyers. This is the best price at the top, the best price that they want to buy at. Over here is how many shares that they want to buy. You've got to add 2 zeros to any of these numbers. So when you see 10, it's actually 1,000 shares. These are your sellers. Up at the top is the best price you're going to get selling. And again, over here is how many shares that they want to sell, adding 2 zeros to all of those numbers. These letters over here, these letters represent what you would call market contributors. These are your brokers, your market makers, your ECNs, your wholesalers. These are the people that make the market move, that hold the trades and make the trades. Now, you have a lot of different traders. You have us, the retail investors, but you also have market makers. Market makers actually stimulate the market by buying and selling shares when nobody else is doing that. You didn't know they existed, did you? There are also what they call ECNs, electronic communications networks. This is an automatic way to find a buyer and a seller who agree on a price and just connect them instantly. And this is an easy way for institutions to hide big orders. This just doesn't show up fast enough or slow enough for us to make use of it. So it is a good way to keep some anonymity when they don't want to tip the market off. And last, you have wholesalers. Wholesalers are a lot like ECNs. Big institutions can give all the shares that they want to buy or sell to a wholesaler who will then parcel it out and take care of it behind the scenes so that we don't see that one huge order and get a tip off of what's going on in the market. Now, when you look at these numbers over here, these are the important factors. This is what you really want to see. These are your buyers, right? So we want to see a lot of big numbers over here, a lot of buyers. And ideally, you want to see very few sellers over here. Let's say we've got an order up there for 10. That's 1,000 shares. In a lot of cases, what you see over here for the ask side is a 1, a 1, a 1, a 2, a 1. That's 100 shares, 100 shares, 200 shares, 100 shares. Well, if you've got 1,000 shares over here that somebody wants to buy, and you've got 8 people over here it takes to make 1,000 shares, we are going to go down through all the prices. Every single one of these people have a different price, and they can go up and up and up. So if you have big numbers over here and small numbers over here, this price can fly super fast. This is what I call a thin level 2. I'm always looking for a lot of buy activity over here and very few sellers. You get a lot of sellers and you don't have very many buyers, the price normally falls. This is your supply, this is your demand. Supply and demand are what make the market move. Now, when you read the level 2, you can also get an idea for supports and resistances, a place where the stock will go to or stop at. And basically all you're doing is looking for a big number down the track. If you see a bunch of orders piling up down here, you see a big number like 30. Down here, you see a big number like 40. Well, right there, whatever that price is, as the price is rising, once it gets to that big number, it's going to stop. It's going to slow down, because it's got to chew through all of those orders before it can get through. And a lot of times it doesn't chew its way through, turns around and starts to fall. So we look for supports and resistances by big numbers down on each side. We look for buying pressure here. We want a lot of big numbers on this side, small numbers on that side. Now, I will tell you, this can be spoofed. False information gets put into the level 2 often. Because everybody can see it, it influences the market. When I buy 1,000 shares of something, I will take 100 or 200 shares and I'll look for a strong support. Say the price of the stock is 90 cents. I'll go to the chart and I'll see at 230. There's a strong resistance at 230. So I'll put in 200 shares at a price of $2.30 to sell. Now, I really don't think it's going to get that high, and I'm not shooting to sell. I'm putting that order in to influence other people. People who are looking at level 2 are going to look at the very bottom. That's where my order will be, and I can see it there. I can see it. Right there, it'll say 230, while everybody else is at 80 and 90 cents. So I'm hoping that has a little influence, plain and simple. But the truth of the matter is, it doesn't. Not really, because it's only a 1 or a 2 over here. But look at this one here. That's a big number, 25. What if you saw 100 down there? Oh yeah, that would influence you, right? You'd look at that, we'd be up here at 90 cents, and this would be at $2.30, and you'd see someone wants to buy 10,000 shares. Oh my God, so you start buying up shares thinking this thing's going to run. Well, the guy did that to get shorters into the stock. He was spoofing. He wanted shorters to think this thing was going to run hard so that they could short it and pull it down and make a lot of money. So he lets all these shares get borrowed, and then he pulls that order off. Then he comes in and buys and gets the shorters to have to get those shares back in. They have to buy shares to get out of their deals. And they have to start buying them, creating a false volume, and it starts the stock to run. So there's a lot of ways to spoof this, so you can't trust everything you see, but it does give you some insight to where the market's at, what the market is doing, and most of the information is accurate. Then you've got your timestamp over here. The timestamp is a place where all of your transactions are shown after they've happened. Now these show all transactions. Your level 2 does not. Level 2 is only for limit orders. Market orders do not show up here. Market orders do show up over here. You know what else doesn't show up over here? Impatient buyers. The only thing that shows up here is people who are waiting for their orders to be filled, who have orders in, like we do over at Pennybois. We set up our orders, we find a support and resistance, we get up over that support, put our buy in. Price is down here. We're waiting for the price to come to us because we know a cheaper price isn't the best price. A safer price is the best price. So a lot of people wait, but a lot of people don't. They chase the stock. They're getting in right now. They're buying on impulse. Those orders do not show up in level 2. They do show up in the timestamp, in your ticker tape. Now you've probably noticed there are different colors. Red and green primarily, but you'll also see white. But they do not represent what you think they represent. Most people are under the impression that red is selling, green is buying. That is not true. It isn't. Those are all buys. Every single one of these orders is a buy. The green is when they buy it on the ask. That is a bullish purchase. And a red is when they buy it on the bid. You can buy on the bid. That obviously is a bearish purchase. Have you seen white ever show up? White is normally a price in the middle between the bid and the ask, and normally, not always, but normally it was a market order. So we have a lot more activity showing up over here on the timestamp than you actually see in the level 2. There is the information that you can put to use, folks. There's a lot of ways that you can glean information out of this. When you start using all 3 of these aspects during your trade, you'll start to get a better feel for where the price is going. Again, there is no guarantee on the information. Don't trust everything that you're looking at, but use all the information. Remember, folks, the more you know, the more you're going to grow. See ya.